Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a tutorial on this look. I think it's so pretty, and I didn't use any highlighters today. It's so shocking. Not one single bit of highlighter is on my skin. I kind of like the way it looks. I'm usually just like obsessive highlighter, but for some reason today I didn't do it. So if you'd like to see how I achieve this look, then definitely keep watching. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to hit the thumbs up button so I know you love this video. Priming the eyes today with my Too Faced Multi-Sculpt Concealer in Butterscotch, and I literally just apply this straight from the applicator. Blend this in using this duo fibre brush from Bare Minerals, which I've been really enjoying. Use my Huda Beauty Topaz Obsession to do this whole look. So I take the deepest shade on my Morphe M506, and you begin to kind of carve out this semicircle around the edge of your eye, and you want to think of it as kind of placing that colour down and using tiny small circular motions just to diffuse out the edges slightly, but mostly just placing that colour down. I love using my M506 for this. I really enjoy small detail blending brushes. I think they make such a difference. Sticking with the same palette, I'm going to go into the shade to the right of it, which is slightly lighter, and I'm going to use this to blend out that colour. With this step, you basically want to blend the very edge of the colour, so you don't want to blend above it. You essentially want to blend the lighter shade into the darker shade, so you blend as close to the dark line as possible, and then as you are diffusing that lighter colour up, it will start kind of blowing itself out, if that makes sense. I just feel like this is not making much sense, but hopefully you guys can see and you get an idea of what I'm talking about blending on that line, on the harsh line that's already down from the previous colour, and then blending through and up using small circular motions. I like to switch between small circular motions and tiny windshield, which is back and forth motions, as well as I go from the tip to the inside of my eye, the edge to the inside of my eye. To cut the crease, I'm using a Nabla concealer. I think this is an Ivory, and this is obviously sped up, but I really take my time with this. I'm using just a tiny wet dry brush from Beauty Bay, so you can use any kind of brush that's like that. I always do one eye better than I do the other, always. Like my left eye always comes up better. So with this step, I wanted to diffuse that darker colour in, but before I did, I took the lighter shade and I just placed that almost on the half to the third, just so when I do go in to buff that darker colour in, as you can see, it diffuses really nicely into that lighter colour. So that was my whole idea for it. You can do it the other way around, but I really like doing it this way, just because then the orange diffused into the area that I'd cut, and it all kind of came together very nicely. I love the contrast between the depth of that outer corner and pop of that orange. I thought it really tied the look in together very well. I think with this tutorial, you guys are gonna, maybe the visuals are gonna work a lot more than me explaining it, because I don't think I'm doing the best job at explaining it, but you guys can see. Moving on to the base, I'm using two primers from Cover FX, which I've really been enjoying. The first is their gripping primer. It's like this silicone texture, so I always go in with that first, and then I go over top of that with their mattifying primer. No, sorry, not their mattifying primer, their blurring primer. I tend to put this on places that I have dark spots because it's slightly tinted. I feel like it gives those areas a little bit more of a flawless finish when I put my foundation over the top. It makes it so smooth. For foundation, again, I'm mixing two products. I'm using the NARS Sheer Glow, which is this first one, and I blend this in using the Clinique foundation brush, which I actually really love for working in foundation. And then I go over top of that, just two little dots on either side with my Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and I buff that in using my Sapphire Beauty blender. And this has been giving me a really lovely smooth base, mixing those two together and mixing different tools as well. For concealer, I'm using my Too Faced Born This Way multi-use concealer. Same one I used on my eyes to prime. And I just put that in the usual spots. Under my eyes, on the bridge of my nose, forehead, upper lip. I blend in the nose and the forehead using a brush just because it gives me more control. And then with the under eye, I just use my Sapphire Beauty Blender. I've actually stopped putting concealer on the bridge of my nose because I feel like it blanks out my face. It kind of makes my face look super one-dimensional, and then I have to overcompensate with my nose contour. So I've stopped doing this. Set that under eye as well using my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder, as you can see, just with the same damp beauty blender. To contour, I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation stick in Ebony. I really like blending this in actually recently with this Luxie brush. This brush is so good. It's small and dense and just does a really great job at blending out this product. With my bronzing and my contouring here, I do take it quite heavy. I love that bronze, super glowy, bronzy look. You, of course, do not have to go this heavy at all. It's just personal preference. I just love my contour and my bronzer to be super like bronzy. Basically, for lack of a better word. To define that contour, I'm just going to take this pressed powder from NARS. This is in Valley, and I buff this in using my Smith 118 brush. I take the same brush actually and use my CoverGirl Ebony Queen Collection bronzer, and I use this to bronze up my face, as you can see. Very bronzy. And I just set everything using my Ofra makeup fixer. Back to the eyes, I'm going to apply my gel liner. This is a 77 from Inglot, and I apply this using a Zoeva 317 brush. I love this for eyeliner. It's really good. And I also take that liner slightly below because I'm going to use it. I don't use a black eyeshadow. What I do instead is take that liner slightly below my waterline, and then I go in with the deepest brown shade we used first on the eyes. We're using the same two colours that we used up top. So I take that deepest brown shade to set. Just set lightly that eyeliner. Don't move it around too much, just kind of set it where it is. And then I take a tiny pencil brush, again with the same colour, just to deepen that colour. And then pop it into my 306 from Morphe. I take the same shade once again and just use it to blend it out. For my brows, I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow, and this is just how I do my brows. I'm just going to let you guys watch. I basically go from the bottom to the top, diffuse the end, and then brush it all out. It's pretty much the same, but I thought I would include it because I don't think I've included brows in a hot minute. Lastly, we're going to finish off with the lips. So I take my MAC Chestnut Lip Liner. This is like holy grail for me. And I just line my lips on the top and the bottom. I like to really define my Cupid's bow. I don't really have much of one, but I really do try and over define that. Taking my Lime Crime liquid lipstick in Shroom. I'm so happy Lime Crime has been bought over because I can use it again. This makes me very happy. So I've been using a new nude lip combo. So I take this liquid lipstick in Shroom, and then I take their gloss Lime Crime again in Unripe Cherry. And I just love this combo. It's like I was getting quite sick of my old nude combo, so I was very happy to find a new one that I loved, and it really complemented the eyes so well. This is a finished look for you guys. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I love this lip combo. It's a new one. I was kind of getting bored of my old lip combo that I'd been spinning for a while, so I used the MAC, you guys would have heard anyway, I used MAC Chestnut, Lime Crime Shroom and Lime Crime Unripe Cherry. I'm so glad that Lime Crime has been bought over by someone else, because I can start using it again, because I had to stop because of all the scandals that was going on with the previous CEO. But yeah, these two, the Lime Crime products I get from ASOS Face and Body, and I got my MAC lip pencil from them as well, actually. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with this look. I hope you guys love it. You can find me on Instagram and also Twitter. Thank you again so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.